Hey, what up, y'all? What up? What y'all doing? How y'all been? How y'all black people out there rocking out there today? Um, I had another video I wanted to make. It's laying heavy on my heart, and this video is gonna be about what we gonna do when we gonna stop talking and start talking about building infrastructure, which things should help me and you right now. All right, so I want to go into it basically saying that, tell you, first thing is, I don't like doing videos. I don't want to do this for the nod. I don't do it for the clout. I don't do it to get monetized. I don't want to get I don't care about getting monetized at this point. I know if you get enough followers, you will eventually do it, but that's not my main reason to do videos. My main reason to do videos is not to just bring information to you. That's not my thing. My thing is to galvanize you to follow in a cause that's gonna help make your life easier. I'll say that, right? Now I won't even say a cause. I wanted to say to unify us enough for us to make our lives as a whole better, right? Which trickle down to your day-to-day life. So with that said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, follow, and like I said, I always say this, tell somebody else. Go holler at your best friend, your homie, and tell them, hey, this dude right here, I mean, he's speaking real truths about things we could use right now, in some ways that we can actually put in action some ideas that we may have that can help us today, right now, not tomorrow, not going to Congress, none of that stuff right now, where we can build up and say, you know what, we're going to take care of our elderly, our youth, and create jobs and take care of and create health care and things of that nature for us right now. All right. But what I'm saying is, with that said, is that what made me prompt me to make this video is that I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I watch a lot of YouTube cats, and I'm a black man, and I really, no offense to black women, I don't really watch a lot of black women channels, but I don't see a lot of black women channels that speak a lot to, black power, which maybe I'm just missing out on the channel. I just don't see a lot. I saw one lady, she was pretty awesome, but she did like short videos. I don't know her name right now, but I always watch her videos because she spoke real. But I digress. I watch a lot of men, and I see a commonality in all their videos. Right? You have so many different ones: Umar, Boyce, Kwame, all of them, and they all bring something different. But the thing is, we just in a perpetual conversation. So we sit there and talk to you about, I mean, they give you great information, and I get a lot of knowledge from those brothers right there, right? On not Watkins, not Boyce, but on some of the other brothers I mentioned, I get some knowledge and our idea from them, but we don't really have an action plan to help on our day-to-day life when things matter, where we can say, because that's how I gauge it. So when I look at somebody, I gauge and I watch their videos in length, or maybe cut off short based off of like what they're talking about. Like, bro, Tulsa, I'm feeling you. I got it. This one dude talked about Tulsa, and he was talking about reparations, but he went through he read a whole article about Tulsa, which was educational. I was like, man, that's cool. I know a little bit more about the situation with Tulsa because you read it to me. But at the same time, I'm looking for that. I'm looking for an action plan. Like, what are you going to do to help me, man? Like, I'm black right now. I'm black. I was in Tulsa. At this point right now, I don't know if I have a descendant from Tulsa, but what's the action plan right now? What are we going to do Like I have a daughter that I have to put in daycare. Daycare is going to cost me right now at least $2,000 or at least $1,500 between me and my fiance. How can we lower that, man? Like, because if I could lower that by $500 or $400 or even $300, I can use that money to reinvest into something else, right? To help do something else, either save or to invest or to buy another property. Anything that those type of things are tangible that will make me be like, man, I'm ready, right? We got Umar, man. He talking about Juneteenth and at a rally, and some dude was came in and tried to interrupt his rally, which is wrong. But I'm like, okay, man, I really understand why people are trying to hijack Juneteenth. I agree. I actually made a video about it. It doesn't really matter to me, right? Juneteenth doesn't matter to me because we should be celebrating that on. We should have a infrastructure already set up for a communication infrastructure for us to know that maybe on Juneteenth we all take that day off and celebrate, right? We never had that, so now white people want to go ahead and take over that and say, here, we're going to give that to you as a federal holiday. And it's good that everybody's fighting back, and well, I hear a lot of people are fighting back and saying, no, we don't want that token. And that I actually applaud that because I actually feel the same way. But in the same breath, I say, man, I understand that. I get that. I'm with you on that. You don't gotta sell me on that no more. But how are you helping me pay for a second home or for my mom to get somebody, because she has to take care of her elderly mom, but she can't trust nobody to help her take care of her elderly mom. I don't live in the same state, but I can't go to her and I don't have nobody in that state that will be like, oh man, we set this up for people to take care of our elderly, so my mom could trust these people. They're black, they get paid by us, right? And they're trustworthy. We don't have nothing like that, right? If I wanted to get a trade, could I go get a trade from a trade school, or the young people to go get a trade, and I'll be entrenched in debt, right? We have banks. I think Greenwood is a bank. I don't even know if they launched the bank yet. Great premise, but then they say that they're Latin and Hispanic, right? Now for Latin blacks and Latinos. Well, that's good, but Latinos, they already have their own banks. They're not making black and Latino banks. They make Latino banks, right? And I'm okay with that. So my thing is when we're going to get to the point of stop talking and really talking about building infrastructure and how to create enough, create revenue for us to build infrastructure to service our people, which is black people, right? The thing is that everything in history, you have to pay for. It's nothing free. It's nothing free, right? And black people, we need to realize that. So if we want to create infrastructure, which is really big, because the thing is, the black community, well, I'll say this, America is grown out, right? So you have America, and if you go to 1912, right? Before America was even built out to where it is in 1964. So you had warehouses, and you had steel mills, and you had things like that, because they was building railroads and highways and basic infrastructure, hospitals, right? Basic infrastructures, and those basic infrastructures had to have people work and to build them out, right? So to build a railroad, you need workers to build that railroad. To build a hospital, you need people to build the hospital, but then work in the hospital, right? So now, moving all the way to 2021, America's infrastructure is completely almost built out. There's no way to build out in the old infrastructure. Now, if we talk about the information age, that definitely, where it's jobs to be it's definitely available for us to build further in the internet and the World Wide Web and infrastructure and defense infrastructure for hackers and stuff like that, right? But within the African American community, man, we haven't even scratched the surface of building a hospital, building like having our own, not police force, but militias in our own communities that protect the youth, the elderly, and women, right? We haven't talked about building our own educational system. Not to say, because we do have African American people that built schools. I know Jada Rose has a black school. I know, LeBron has a school, but it's not technically black. But then we have a lot of people that we don't know that have black schools, right? So, but the thing is, we don't have it's not intertwined in a system where we teach a curriculum for. In New Jersey, they teach a somewhat of similar curriculum as they do in California, right? So maybe like a language, or we in our schools we teach trade, or we teach finance, things like that. We don't have those things set up, and those are all part of future, all part of infrastructure, right? But we don't have, because again, we live in America as African Americans. We don't have to worry about the heavy lifting where we have to build railroads or roads, because we pay taxes. We pay taxes for that, and those things are already built. So we could actually zone in and build the infrastructures that we need, which is in finance, which is in healthcare, and is in education sectors, right? And then we can actually create jobs within those sectors for African American people, right? And at the same time, when you say finance and you create a financial sector infrastructure for black people that is created to benefit African American and African people, right, that live in America and abroad, that now we can move towards business. Right. So now when you say, okay, we have a banking system, right, that was created by us, right, to help us grow and become stronger, right, as individuals. So now when you go sit out and embark on opening your business, right, now you have a banking system that may be able to provide you loans and personal business loans that will help your business prosper, and not just loans that you may have access to business advisors, because now we have a stake in your business, because we want your business to grow to a point where you are going to be able to hire African American people and African people, right? So we have a stake in that business, and that model right there. And if we build that infrastructure, then we can create jobs, and not just I won't say low paying. I'll say low paying jobs, right? We'll be able to create like career jobs, right, for people that want to work as nurses, as doctors, and be able to pull some of our doctors and lawyers and people that's going to the white sector, right, pull them back and then have them work within the black sector, right? So at that point, now you have black people helping black people. So when you have black people helping black people, that's a powerful thing. And it's not. And the thing is, people gonna say, "Oh, that's racist." No, that's not racist, because you can still have white people working with black people. But the thing is, if they coalesce with the black agenda, then we don't want to be racist like our oppressor. But if we wanted to, we could, right? That's what racism is having the power. So if you have an infrastructure, now you have the power to do what you want to do within your own infrastructure, right? Just like Latino people, right? And especially, I live in California, so if you go to a Latino community, they have their whole infrastructure already set up. They have their banking system set up. They in their communities is usually 100% Hispanic, right? They have their small businesses all set up. And the funny thing is about Hispanic people is that, and I'm saying Hispanic and Chinese people that I see out here in California, is that they don't want other other people's dollars, right? Other races' dollars. So they'll put a Spanish business, and then it'd be Spanish. It'd be in English and Spanish, right? But they'll have Spanish workers there, like all Spanish workers, right? So you would know. So as me, as an African American dude, I'd be like, oh, that's a Spanish business. So I might not go into that business because they might not have the stuff that I like, right? Or it's been like, I might say I go there as a specialty and give them some of the money sometime, but not all the time, right? But they don't give a fuck about that. What they care about is they care about their Spanish people. They make let's say for instance, it's a Spanish chicken spot. I forgot the name of it out here, but they only care about, it's in a Spanish neighborhood, so their consumer base is Spanish. They could give two flying fucks if I go buy a chicken once a month. That's cool. They don't say, nah, don't come buy that chicken. It's only for Spanish people. They don't say that. They treat you cool the same way they would any other customer, but at the same time, they know where their bread is butter with their own people. We don't have that infrastructure. We don't have that business. And when we do have businesses like that, we treat our customer base, we follow a white model and say we want all the business. We want white people. We want to be Walmart, but we have a small business, but we want to be Walmart, right? We don't want to say, you know what, our niche and what we gonna take care of is we're gonna take care of African American people and African diaspora. We're gonna take care of them. We're gonna make our products for them people, and we're gonna take care of them people, and we're gonna mark them down to a price point which makes sense. Right? Now the case may be is that we may not be able to mark those prices down because we may not be able to get those raw resources for the cheaper price. So we may have to mark them up, and that's fine. But the thing is, we don't convey that message to the people and say this is why we have to mark up your product. But to combat that is we don't unify, right? Because you have something called economy of scale, where if you have enough people buying something, if you buy enough of something, then you can buy it at a cheaper rate when you buy more of that product. But the thing is that we don't have economy of scale, and in this case, economy of scale would be having being unified. All of this talk about some other dumb shit, man. It's either about reparations. And when I say reparations is dumb, it's not. But the thing is, it's a distraction from unification. That should be the biggest thing. Unifying as people and unifying your dollars and unifying your time, right? You have one cat talking about China, which is China is raping Africa. But how is this one dude's little channel of 5,000 people going to help China? Help Africa? But 2.5 million African American warriors and queens that want to come together and say, you know what, we're gonna come together and we're gonna create. First, we're gonna take care of our home base, right, and create infrastructure where we all can eat and lower our overall cost of living. So now we can kind of prosper out and then get homes and things like that, so we feel safe. Now we can go ahead and start now helping other people in Africa, and we can start going into Africa and doing things and I say Africa not as a strategy and say we need to go back to Africa. No, in this strategy, you can go ahead and you can stay in America. You can buy Gucci, Louis Vuitton. I'm not biased, man. I give two fucks about what you do. I say this all the time. Some people say, well, you can't date this out your race. I don't care. Me personally, I don't date outside my race. But I can't tell you what to do. If you're gay, straight, if you do whatever you do, but you love being black, you feel like black people need to get it together, you feel like we are being wrong and we being oppressed, or we have been oppressed and we're going to keep being oppressed, and you want to see a change, then this is the channel you need to be following, man. And the thing is, excuse me, on this channel, we want to hear your ideas. We don't want to just talk at you. I don't want to talk at you. Holler at me, man. Holler at me in the messages below. Say what you think. If you have an idea, you think that could work. I'm not the holy master. I'm not the grail of all. I'm not the president. What I want to do is unify people with like minds that have great ideas, that care about each other. Now that's one thing I do stand by. You cannot be a capitalist. If you believe in capitalism and you be then say, I want to be rich and the community, fuck the community, then that's something that I'm not with. Because where we come from, because we are descendants of Africans, right? So we are descendants of Africa. That is our land. But just like America is our land too, because our descendants also built America. So we have the best of both worlds, right? But at the same time, capitalism has ruled America, or is America's main system, economic system and thought process, right? Which means that capitalism is very greedy, means it's very individualized. One person, one family, and fuck everybody else. But and if we look at our African ancestors, what they believe is community. And see, for me, as a black man, our ancestral spirit is stronger from Africa because I've learned community. Now, it was always taught to be in the African community to be community, but we have never really have figured out how to be a community, right? I'm talking about not 10 people. I'm talking about 2.5 million, 3 million. We have coalesced around things that have affected us, meaning like, oh man, brutality, most of the times we just things that affect us is things that's shown to us when we get beat or something, or if it's equality or stuff like that. But we never coalesce around things that just for our own right. Just like, hey, let's just build a hospital. Let's figure out how to build a hospital. Let's fund it ourselves, right? But we're gonna go back to Biden and say, hey, Biden, can you help fund this hospital because you said that you was gonna fund this hospital? And I'm just not down with that no more. I'm not that, because the thing is, we all know that he should help fund us and give reparations. We already know that. We all know that. Like, but the thing is he gonna do it? That's the issue. He's not gonna do that. They not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. But the thing is, what we never did is we never really set up a structure that said, you know what? Let's make something work for us. But the thing is, what we always do is we always ask. It'd be one cat, he'll ask, oh man, can y'all give to my Patreon? Can y'all donate this? Can you donate that to this and this and that? And then, but I'm donating $5 to you for fucking what, man? This is me talking to you as a black dude to a black dude to a black woman. Why the fuck am I giving you $5? That's keeping it 100. That's 1,000. How are you gonna make me be better? And that's really what it's about. Like, the thing is, a king has to watch out for his people. If a king ain't making his people, he ain't feeding his people, meaning like making sure they have in this day and age, that means jobs, careers, right? If he's not making sure they home, they house, he's not protecting them from outside sources, meaning like police brutality, then why would I give you that? Why am I giving you a tax to do that? That's why we have to start asking these people that's asking for money. That's even black businesses that said they're black business. We need to start asking them, why are you saying that you're a black business but you don't really give back to black people? You don't have black people working. If you do, are you paying them a good salary? Because I will come to your business 2 times a week and come to your business and give you my money if you can show me that that's what you're doing. It mind boggles me that we just really ask for so much, but we don't want to give shit. Or when people ask for shit, they don't really give nothing, and then you start asking like, why am I giving you this and you're not doing nothing? You want me to give you this for the kids? Man, the kids that's a basic. Don't tell me about no kids. A 2-year-old, a 3-year-old kid is the future. So we should take care of them. That should be a basic minimum. Taking care of your kid, taking care of the kids, the youth, and taking care of the elders should be a minimum for us. That should be the bottom, the floor. Like, oh, we always do that. But we have to make sure the warriors are eating, because they're the ones at the time. From 17 through to 50. 50 still working. People still working at 50. I'm in the car, y'all. Excuse me. Bug got in here. But 50, they still working. So we got to at least say, you know what? We have to make sure that we making sure these people are eating, saving money, having homes, getting child care discounts. So things that help them right now to get to the bigger picture. And then we can still battle those other battles, but we will have more leverage because then we're unified. We're unified. But without being unified, we would not win, man. We would not win. All this talking about all this other stuff is just nonsense. It's whimsical. It's just banter. I do not like hearing myself talk. My plan is, like I said, I'll say this always in my videos. These bugs is killing me in this car right now. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, my plan is this, man. And so first step is to get your trust, to earn your trust. And by me earning your trust, that means I got to go out and do the hard work. I can't, I got 6 viewers right now. That's disappointing. I'll be like, man, I'm trying to figure this shit out, man, for us. And I'm speaking real. I'm speaking real talk. A lot of people out there living check to check, and they're listening to somebody talking dumb shit. Like, oh man, they should, and you know what, the Dutch toast of this, that, and that's all cool and dandy, but you still starving. But they're not telling you no answers to helping you get food in your belly. But I got 6 followers. Then that's okay. That's okay, and that's okay. The old me, the young me would be disappointed. Like, man, why are they doing that? But the older me would be like, you know what? I need to do the work. I need to have these cats trust me. I'd rather for these cats to trust me. So I need to get out there, door knocking, explaining the programs, explaining to the people what we're trying to do, and then have them follow, have them go to the webpage, and create this economic army that we're trying to create. This economic tidal wave that we're trying to create. It ain't gotta be loud. We're not trying to take over, be loud and go to the White House at this point. No. That's not the strategy. We don't want to be loud. We'll let them be loud. Right? We want to go under the radar. Pick up and keep like a snowball. You know, a snowball rolls. A snowball's like this. It's so small. A snowball starts like this. It starts to roll downhill, and it gets bigger and bigger. Right? So nobody cares about the snowball when the snowball is little, but when the snowball is big, and it's on top of you, on top of your community, it's too late. It's gonna hit, boom, smashing everything. That's us. But like I said, man, this is what I'm trying to do. The first step is for me to gain and my team to gain your trust. And for us to gain your trust, what we need to do is we're gonna do the hard work. And the hard work is the first, what we're gonna do. We have 2 micro goals set up to kind of show you guys what we're trying to do in the long term before we really ask for commitments and things. We want to show you. Because a lot of times, a lot of things happen where a lot of us talk about our stuff, and then you guys give donations or you give to us, and then we just fuck it off, man, and go just do some dumb shit and move and spend all the money and don't do what's right. Nah. So we're not even gonna ask you for that. But what we're gonna ask you to do is trust. And first we need to come out. We have to earn your trust. And again, the first step is, and the first micro goal is for us to reach 2.5 million followers, subscribers, right? we can't do that without you. We can't do that without you just liking, just hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, right? Hitting the follow button. Tell somebody, man. And I know you have somebody that can understand, can be, that's looking at the same thing I see. Like, damn, man, I'm tired of seeing this, man. I'm tired of. You could be, like I said, you could be, you could party all the time. You could like Gucci. You could be gay. You could. It doesn't matter, right? But if you about seeing black people become independent, becoming self-teachers, becoming stronger as a race, right? And not to say that stronger as a race doesn't mean you want to take over the world, but the thing is that we're not trying to be equal to anybody. We want to be free. Freedom to be equal or to be better than. So that's a difference between the process of what I'm saying is equality or freedom. So if you want equality, then you definitely want to follow this page and become part of this, because freedom encompasses both. You can be equal if you want to, or you can be better than, right? But like I was saying, is that we need that 2.5 million people. And before we do anything else, that's going to be the first step, is to get 2.5 million people that agree, like, follow, subscribe with what we're saying. The second step is, once we get to that 2.5 million subscribers, followers, we're going to ask you for a small token, right? The smallest we could ask for. And this token is going to be for us to create a couple of jobs, because we need to pay the team members, right? These people are going to be working for free. As long as it takes to get to those 2.5 million, those people are going to work for free. Then we're going to need to set up some of these programs, I'm saying to you guys, to show you that what we said we were going to do, we set out to do it. So we'll ask for that $1 from each person, not a donation where you can say, I'm going to give $10, I'm going to give $50, I believe more. No, we want everybody in this community. This is going to be a true community where people have the same norms, the same thoughts, the same ideas of where they want to go, right? We're going to ask for $1 because we're going to treat everybody equally, as the same, right? So nobody's going to be better than one another in this community, where we can raise that 2.5 million. So if we say we got 2.5 million followers, and we got $1 from each person, that's 2.5 million people. I mean, $2.5 million. So the first feat of just reaching 2.5 million followers already lets people know, like, this, that's a real motherfuckers right there. And once they see the stories on how we reached out to you guys, so when we fly out to the South, we fly out to the Midwest, we fly out to the East, and reach out to you guys, and we put that, we start at the grassroots level, and we just build and build and build, and they say, man, that team has 2.5 million followers, and they're gonna think about money. They're going, oh, they making a lot of money. That we can care less. That money's gonna go to paying people, because we want to create, you know what I'm saying, over 100,000 jobs plus in America in the long run, right? So I said in America for African American people, and I'll say this: the Chinese jobless rate is 3.2%, right? Somewhere around there. That's what we want. We want to make our jobless rate in the twos. That's what I'm talking about in America. But we can't do that relying on the system and the structure is set up right now. So, but I digress. Going back to what I'm saying is, if we can get the first feat, then we can get to the second feat of that $1 offer, and then get to 2.5 million. And again, that 2.5 million is to create jobs for the people behind the scenes working to build these programs, right? Because they can't work for free; they have to eat. And like I said, I promise you guys, we're gonna be job creators, and then create programs, pilot programs, to show you where this money is going, that is going to be affecting you guys that did give that $1, right? And those pilot programs will be daycares, football, basketball, free programs for the kids, back to school programs. Some of those things we're going to try to create for you guys that would be free of charge in some of the bigger states until we can keep branching out, and then we can keep that snowball, because that's what I'm saying. This is a small snowball right now we're talking about, but I need your help. Like, I can't do it alone. And this is my calling. Is, I never been the person that wanted a lot of fancy stuff. I never wanted to be the person that needed to have all the women in my life and to be the dude that I'm not that dude. I was a dude for a little while. I ain't gonna lie, but I'll do that. But I need for me, when I pass away, to know that my people are prospering and strong and motivated to be independent thinkers of an oppressive system, right? Because capitalism is very oppressive. It's oppressive. It kills our African spirit, and we need to really break from that. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that you can't be the best that you want to be, the ladies' man. You want to be you want to be the woman that gets the bag. I'm all for that, but also be a part of a community, a real community. Let's build that up, and let's start to center our focus. We all over the place. Let's start to center our focus on infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? Jobs, education, helping the elders, making sure we take care of our elders, right? Setting up protection. We cannot depend on an oppressive race of people to protect us from them, right? And when it comes to outside of America, yeah, of course, we're going to rally, because all Americans are going to rally against being overtaken. But when it comes from the people within America, the oppressive race, that's just not white people. We have to set up protections to protect against that. So that's what this whole thing is for. All right. So again, I'm gonna leave you guys on that one. Man, like, subscribe, follow. I'm a humble cat. I don't have a Patreon. I will not have a Patreon. I will not ask you for anything at this point. You already know. Once we gain your trust, we get the 2.5 million followers, likes, followers, subscribers, and then we'll move to the next stage. And then I ask you for that $1 donation, right? For runway money for us to start really making moves and start that snowball coming downhill fast, and then we'll be able to help everybody kind of do things and lower and hopefully increase your overall savings yearly. You save around $5,000 if you could use all our programs correctly that we can set up for you, from housing to daycares, again, to job training programs, everything. Even if it's going to, if it's we're going to hopefully be able to do different programs that can save you money, that from there you can use that money to do other things. All right, I'm out. One love. I love you guys. Excuse me if my videos is in the car. I'm still an amateur at this, growing. Man, black people, y'all get on my goddamn nerves sometimes. But I love you with the same passion. I love you with that same passion. All right. So one love, man. P Wills out. I'll be back at y'all with another video soon. All right. Peace.